Hello, everybody. This is Letao, your astrologist and your spiritual counselor. Thank you very much for joining this PK card reading. Today's topic is very exciting. We are going to do a reading to talk about what treasures are waiting for you in the new year 2025. Now, first of all, I do want to briefly talk a little bit about the energy of 2025. In Chinese astrology, 2025 is a year of snake. And of course, when we are counting the year, we are really counting from the first day of spring. And so the Chinese New Year and the Western New Year has a little bit difference. Usually, Chinese New Year starts on February the 4th. Um, each year. So, it has a little bit like a 1 month difference, right, compared to the Western calendar. But because there's only 1 month difference, right, so you can actually align, the Western interpretation of 2025 as well as Chinese astrology together to get a more holistic picture of what this year is symbolizing and what this year is bringing to you. The snake, of course, a lot of people when they hear this, this animal, they get fearful. They feel like, oh, I don't like snakes and things like that. Specifically, we just experienced a year of dragon, and we feel, oh, now we're going from dragon to snake. Well, that's nice. Well, actually, the snake is a symbol of wisdom in many, many different cultures. And actually, even in Egyptian culture, we have the Ouroboros, which is a snake biting its own tail, representing the endless cycle of the universe. Now, in Chinese culture, snake is about wisdom. It's about maturity. Actually, in Chinese medicine, we get a lot of the useful ingredients from the body of the snake, such as the liver, the gallbladder of the snake, and etc. And snakes have contributed, tremendously to the medical science in human history. So what I really want to say to you guys is that even though, some of you guys might not like the animal snake, but snake as a spiritual energy, it's really, really powerful. It is the ancient wisdom. It is, even in the Bible, right? It was a snake who told Eve to eat the apple. Why? Because a snake knows. The snakes, they know the secret. They know what's happening behind the scenes. And some astrologers even associate this snake energy with Scorpio, because Scorpio has 3 layers of wisdom. The first wisdom is the scorpion, the animal, right? Because, it could be dangerous, could be spiteful, it's poisonous, and it's scary. But the second layer of Scorpio is actually the snake. It's talking about wisdom. It's talking about learning our lessons and simulating our lessons. And the highest level, then we will be elevated to the phoenix, which is about death and rebirth, right? And like what I said earlier, the countless and the forever perpetual motion of the cosmic cycle, right? So very good, my beautiful people, my beautiful soul tribe. I hope all of you guys in 2025 will have a successful, smooth, and also very wise year. All right. At the very beginning of the video, I have provided you guys with 3 different options. You can see that these 3 pictures are 3 swords. The reason why I would choose a sword is because in tarot reading, these 3 images really reminds me of the image Ace of Sword. And Ace of Sword is representing wisdom, it representing clarity, understanding what is happening. And it's also about our personal decision, right? Our sharp mind, our intellectual thoughts, right? To push us forward. Sometimes I think that a lot of the clients, when they come to me, is because we're lacking that clarity. We're lacking that clear picture in front of us. And thus, we don't really know how to take actions. So I hope you can choose the sword that you really resonate with your energy. And let's use that sword to cut through the confusion and the chaos, which will help you move into 2025. All right. Now, of course, today I'm going to use Oracle of the Celestial Deities and Oracle of the Mythic Heroes together with some other tarot cards and Oracle cards pool to read your energy. And also today, I'm going to do something very interesting at the end. I'm going to use some charms. As you can see, I've got a box of charms, right? Small cards. See here, we're just going to grab some for each group and see what they say about our 2025, right? Very good. Now, With all that being said, if you're ready, pick your pile, think about which one you want to have. You can also go to the timestamp in the description under the video. You can skip directly to your pile. All right. With all that being said, let's start with our group number one. Hello, my beautiful group number one. You have chosen the first group, right? Now let's have a look and check what's the gift and what's the treasure that is waiting for you in 2025. Now, first of all, I'm going to pull one card to see the general energy, right? On the top of the arch. What is the theme for 2025 for you? All right. Thank you, universe. Just the one card. And we have got the Uranus. Wow. Breaking through revolutions and changes. All right. Group number one. Seems like 2025 is going to be a year filled with exciting events. Sometimes a lot of them can be quite unexpected. The reason why I like this card is because I think it's really case by case. Some people like Uranus energy because this energy is all talking about breaking through, right? Bringing the changes into your life, and especially if you're feeling a little bit stuck, especially if you're feeling that you're not moving forward, this card could be very good because it's talking about the revolution and the transformation that you're going to bring to your life. Uranus could also be very good when it comes to learning new knowledge. So if you're a student, this is very good when it comes to learning, study, absorbing new information. If you're working, doesn't really matter. This is still about you welcoming new knowledge and new wisdom into your life. Now, however, there is one catch about Uranus. In order for you to go through and welcome and embrace the changes, you have to be less stubborn, right? Uranus changes and sometimes can be quite sudden, and sometimes it can also bring a sense of urgency there. And so it's not sort of like, patting on your shoulder. Are you ready? Okay, little by little, I'm bringing the change to you. But this is sort of like that sudden chaotic change that happens. And so when we're dealing with those exciting things happening, like the fireworks, right? Bang, 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 bang. It could be a little bit overwhelming for us as well, because sometimes we're just not really ready to, embrace all the changes. Now, for example, this could be about you needing to move to a different country or a different city, but you have to do it quickly, right? And maybe your boss is not giving you a lot of time to, go through the transition of a new role. You just have to do it like that. But only in hindsight, you're going to realize, okay, all those changes and new learning and new knowledge are actually very, very beneficial to us. All right. So one thing about this group, my beautiful group number one, embrace change and be open-minded, and also just be a little bit more flexible, right? Try not to control everything in your mind, right? Sometimes we have that needs, right? Certain things must be happening in certain time and in certain ways. And this tells you that embrace the change. All right. If you can embrace it, things will just naturally come to you anyway. Very good. Now, we're going to pull two cards from the major arcana from a tarot deck, right? We're going to see what's actually blocking you and also what could be helping you, right? Oh, one card flew out, so we're going to take that as the blockage energy, and also what could be helping you in the year of 2025, right? How you can maneuver through this Uranus energy, all right? One and two, very good. Now, what could be blocking you is literally the Tower card. Okay, so the Tower is actually related to the Mars and also the Uranus energy. This is about things that are very sudden, catch you off guard, right? Now, what could be helping you is the Hanged Man. Okay. Now, one of the things actually about these two energy is that sometimes when we are actually seeing the sudden changes happening, it's important for us to understand and see things from a different perspective. You could have a very, very shocking event happening, but it's important that you also understand that, okay, but what am I gaining from this event? And what am I gaining actually from this experience? There's always a silver lining in whatever happens in our life, to be honest. The hangman, as the energy that is helping you, is usually talking about spiritual awakening, spiritual understanding. Okay. This card is also talking about sort of like you're looking at the bigger picture. You're looking at what is more important in your life. And that's why you understand, how am I going to let small sacrifices happen because I have a bigger goal there, because there's something more important for me. I'm not making the small sacrifices for nothing because I know what I want and I know that what is important in the long run for us, right? So it's a little bit like about that kind of very important understanding that we have. Now, as the energy that is blocking you, the tower tells you that when it comes to dealing with sudden changes, chaos, right? And then, the thing that we're very attached to, right? It's important that you know how to release things rather than keep holding on to it and thinking that it has to be this way, it must be this way, etc., etc. All right. Now continue. We're gonna have we're gonna pull one more card from two more cards actually from Star Code Oracle. And let's see if there's any specific area in your life that we need to focus on, okay, in 2025. For group number one, we have got a South Node. Okay, so this is not a house. The South Node is talking about your past. I think probably for our group number one, you need to actually release a lot of the past events and also past memories or maybe even your past pattern, right? This could be about us sort of like doing things in the same way or feeling things in the same way all the time, and we never really get out of that rut. This tower with a south node is actually not a bad combination because the tower tells you that things need to crumble in order for you to release the past, right? So whatever things that you're holding on to and you know that is no longer going to serve your long-term purpose in the future, let that crumble down. Let that disappear. Let that be destroyed, right? And so that you can really sweep that trash out of your life. And so the South Node path is really talking about what you need to release at this moment, and do not feel stubborn, like what I said, right? And keep being attached to it. Now, one card, another card, okay, and see what other things we're seeing in here. Okay, thank you. Universe, our group number one, and we have got the 11th house community. Okay, now this card has a lot to deal with actually friendships, or the people you hang out with. I think for a lot of you guys, this could be saying in 2025, there could be new friends and new community presenting themselves to you. They could also be telling you that you might need to make some adjustment to the existing friendship circle or the people or the let's say the immediate environment you have right around you, the people you see on a daily basis. Because this card is ruled by Aquarius, and Aquarius also it has a lot to do with the Uranus energy. So I'm really seeing a lot of the energy here are in line with each other. Uranus is 11th house. 11th house is Uranus. Okay. So this is really asking you to move into the future. Maybe this is about leaving an old group of friends and joining a new group of friends, maybe. Be open towards people from new walks of life. Be open towards meeting new friends and making new connections. Staying out of your comfort zone, right? All these kind of energies are very, very important. Okay, very good. So let me just have a look here. So we got 7, 6. Okay, we got 3, we got 4. Okay, very good. Now, continue. We're going to pull one card from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. All right. So I think like really for this group, right, your treasure is really in the new knowledge and new experience that you're going to have in 2025. If you can really embrace these changes and these things that that release the old, right, release the thing that are draining you, or it's just not no longer serving your growth, you're going to discover a lot of new treasure there, new friends, new people, new connections, right? All these things are in the horizon for you guys, and some of them will actually even bring a sense of enlightenment to you, right? I can literally see some friends or some people you meet in this year are going to say something or they're going to communicate with you in certain way, and it just kind of like opens your mind up. It's almost like wow, like I've never thought about that. Like, okay, that's interesting. It's a little bit like that kind of energy. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna pull one card from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. All right, one card for our beautiful group number one. Thank you, universe. Just one message, and we have got a Cepheus leadership. All right. Now this card really tells you that instead of you waiting passively for the change to force you, right, to change, it's important that you take the initiative and you actively release the old and you walk into the new. This energy, the Theseus, is ruled by Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars. So we see double Mars here. So this is really telling you to have the courage and have the sense of action and motivation to make the changes, right? Sometimes it can be very daunting if we know changes are approaching, but we're just waiting and we're just not doing anything, and we're still kind of like hoping that the change will not come. But as we all know, it will come. And it's always easier if we take the active role, right, in our life instead of waiting for someone else to forcing us to go through that change. It's kind of interesting. This reminds me of a conversation that I had with a client. And this client has a really, bad, relationship with her father, and her father basically, was telling her that you need to move out, right? You can't live in my house anymore because, they fight or whatever. And she was very concerned, and she said, I know eventually I have to move, but, I'm very nervous now. And I said, why don't you take the initiative? Why don't you move out first instead of counting the days or waiting for your father to kick you out, right? You should be the leader of your own life and tell yourself, okay, since we don't get along, I'm going to look for a place. I'm going to move out to start my own life, start a new chapter with my life, without being forced to do that. See, this is a difference between when you take a leadership role in your life and when you make the initiative and you make the first step, then the next door will naturally be open to you. So I think really for this group is to take the initiative, right? Don't let other people to force you or to push you into the position where you feel passively you had to do something, you had to change, or you had to accept something. This is about you, okay? I'm accepting what's happening, at the highest level that I need to make the change, but I'm going to initiate the change on my own, and the change will go my way. All right. Very good. Now I'm going to pull some charm for you guys. Okay. So I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna rambling through some charm and see what other energies are there for you, right? There's a little bit extra energy there. All right. So my goodness, right. You ready? All right. Very good. Okay, so first of all, we get a small card called the Queen of Wands. Okay, very beautiful. Okay, so have a look at the picture in here. Now, the Queen of Wands is really talking about your confidence, right? Your passion, how you want to maneuver your life through your own initiation, your own charisma, your own passion, your own charm. It's very much related to the Theseus leadership energy because both of them are fire signs, right? And I really think that the Queen of Wands is also reminding you that you are beautiful. You're beautiful, you're charming, you're sassy, right? You have your own stuff that you should be proud of. All right. So we get that Queen of Wands. You also have got Four of Wands, and I love it. Now, this is talking literally, I actually see some of you guys are maybe moving. Okay, maybe moving to a new home, a new house, and this could be very, very beneficial, right? The Four of Wands is talking about stability, celebration, right? And also the 1111 on the card is representing a door opening in front of you, a gate, welcoming you to enter. So again, this is about embracing the change. And through the chaos, you're going to enter the stability and the happiness. We've got, okay, I don't really know what this is, but it looks like, um, I don't know, like eggs, okay, on the tray. So eggs are representing rebirth experience, right? Egg is about rebirth, right? It's, from the egg, the shell opens, right? The new life is emerging. And then we also have got egg again, right? This is a scrambled egg on a piece of bread, right? I see this as a symbol of abundance, right? Nutrition. I'm also seeing this energy as morning time because usually you will have eggs and bread in the morning as breakfast. And so again, we're talking about welcoming a new day and welcoming changes. Finally, we have got Yakuruto. Okay, so this is a very famous Japanese brand for yogurt. All right. Now, yogurt actually is very good for digestion, because it has a lot of probiotics. And so when I'm seeing yogurt energy, okay, in here, this is a little bit about you needing to learn how to digest the human experience, right? Digest the information and digest the changes you're going through. Digestion usually takes a little bit time, right? When you eat something, you gotta maybe go for a walk. You gotta do something, right, to help the food, right, to pass down. And but if you are not moving, if you are just kind of like go to bed and sleep and sit there not moving, then probably it's more difficult and it's more time consuming. So I also think that this Yakuruto, this charm, is really talking about the the digestion process, right? The how you integrate your experiences and how you assimilate the experiences into your life. And I see that from a different perspective. And coming back to the hanged man that you put earlier, right? And what does that mean to you? And how can you transform and those changes and those, sort of like seemingly random events, right, into your wisdom. And I really think this is a treasure for our beautiful group number one. All right. Thank you very much, my beautiful group number one. And I hope you enjoyed the reading. Feel excited about the events coming into your life in this year and welcome the changes. And I will assure you that you will gain a lot more than what you're expecting now. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, my beautiful group number one. Please remember, if you like the reading, please subscribe to my channel, like it, and share it with the people you care about. All right. Have a wonderful week. See you next time. Hello, my beautiful group number two. Thank you so much for joining this reading session. You have chosen the second pile. The second pile, you can see, is a beautiful sword in the middle of greenery, right? If you're attracted to this beautiful picture, this is a reading for you. Now, first of all, we're going to pull one card from Oracle of the Celestial Deities. Let's have a look at the highest energy, all right, for this year for you. Thank you, universe, just one card. Now you have got Venus, beautiful. Now the Venus energy is about love, relationships, harmony, okay? Now this year could be a very important year for you to embrace love, I would say, my beautiful group number two. If you're single, this could be about you focusing a lot on relationships, love, right? Romantic encounterings, because Venus attracts people anyway. So this could also be extended to your social circle, right? New friends, new connections, and of course, potential new love interests. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this could also be talking about the key for you in your mind in this year. It's also about dealing with your existing relationships, maybe making adjustment, making changes, or maybe strengthening, right, your relationship through some kind of way or the other. Now, either way, Venus is about that. The other thing Venus rules is our beauty, right? It's about our self-value. So I think for a lot of our guys, maybe you need to know what your value is, right? This is about your inner talents, your inner value system, and believe and also nurture your value, right? What do you love about yourself? When you look into the mirror, what do you know about yourself? What are you sure about yourself? Because sometimes Venus energy depends on other people's validation a lot. And Venus energy likes to please other people so that other people will like them back. So if some of you guys watching this video are having those tendencies, Venus is asking you to look into the mirror and telling yourself that maybe you should be the first one validating yourself and you should be the first one that believe in yourself first. All right. Beautiful. Now we're gonna pull two cards from the major arcana and let's see what is blocking you and what is also helping you at this period of time. Thank you, universe. Two cards for our group number two. What is blocking you in 2025 is a strength. All right. Now, what could be helping you at this period of time in 2025 is the Hierophant. Okay. Now, I love this Hierophant card with Venus because Hierophant can mean marriage, actually. So I do see that for some of you guys, 2025 could be a year of relationship, right? If you're single, this could be about you going into a very committed relationships in 2025. So if you're single, you've chosen this group and you're wondering about love, when the love will appear in your life, that's the year. Okay. And I can also have I have a very strong feeling that for a lot of the single people choosing this pile, you've been waiting for a long time, right? Maybe some of you guys have been single for quite a while and you've been waiting for the right relationship coming to you. Now, because the strength card is talking about the challenge that you're going to have, this energy usually tells you to have patience, and also to have a little bit not just patience in terms of waiting, but also having the patience to really go through the dating, right? And the meeting and building trust between you and this potential partner. Because I have a very strong feeling that perhaps either you or this new partner that you're going to have had some difficulties in the past. This could be about a wounded past, trauma, right? A difficult childhood, or maybe difficult relationships in the past. And because strengths really talking about the inner strengths, right? The inner ability that we can hold to monitor how our emotion is working against us and how we control our shadow self. So I do feel that one of the challenges we could have is, okay, now the universe is bringing you the right person. Are you gonna fuck it up? You know what I mean? Yeah. So excuse my my language. Are you going to show the best version of yourself, or are you going to ruin it? Right. And so the strengths can really ask you to make preparation before this person walks into your life. Now, if you're already married or you're already in a very stable long-term relationship, then strengths card usually is telling you that maybe this is time for you also to do a thorough review about the potential, either let's say the dissatisfaction, right, between you and your partner, or the things that you have always been a little bit afraid to express. The strength needs you to have the courage, not in an aggressive way, but in a very patient and a very gentle way, right? But it needs you to have the courage to let's say to bring forth, right? The result that you want. So this quite maybe this will require you to have the courage to have the conversation. Maybe they will challenge you, right, to risk this need to please other people, right? For our Venus people. And the Hierophant, as the energy that is helping you, is talking about the traditional relationship, the marriage, right? The structure, right? And the step by step that you need to go through. And I guarantee you guys, what I'm seeing these three cards sitting together is really telling you that love, relationships, or any type of very strong commitment, let's put it this way, will come to you. But you need to just follow the steps rather than jumping the gun, right? I see something and I want to jump from 0 to 100. No, you have to go through a little bit that kind of process stuff. You know, in some way, the Hierophant card also represents the red tape, right? In our government procedures, right? It's not like, okay, I want to do this and I can do this. You gotta sign the paperwork. You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait for the government to go through layers after layers, and eventually something is approved. And so this Hierophant, because it's helping you. So I do think that whatever process you have to go through in this year is actually a blessing in disguise. It's giving you the time and the leeway to really get to know something, get to know someone. It's for you to understand how things are working, right? So see whatever patience that you need to give to your result. See this as a good thing. All right. So that's, I guess that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Very good. Now we're gonna pull one card, actually two cards from the Star Code Oracle. Okay, and let's see what other messages is there for you for beautiful group number two. All right. So first card we have got dignify the strengths. Now we get strengths twice. All right. So this is definitely telling you that you will be in the right position. You will be in the good position. Let's put it this way, right? When you are seeing this could be a new job, new career, or a new relationship. You are being liked and you are being loved by them. So you're in a good position, but you just need to know how to maneuver through it. All right. Very good. Dignified, strengths, right? I'm also seeing you guys really being uh of course, elevated, right? But I'm seeing you guys really being appreciated, right? So there's gonna be some, either it's a company or someone looking at you from far away and they really see your beauty, right? This could be about your physical beauty, your face, your body. Now, more important, it's about them seeing your value, right? So just in case you feel certain things are slow, it does not mean that they are not seeing your value, but perhaps they're also a little bit cautious, right? To see how this can work the best way, right? As a team, right? Either this could be between you and the boss, you and the company, or you and a partner, all right? Very good. Now we're going to pull one card next to the dignified, and we have got square, queen, conks, and tension. So again, I think number two, this process takes a little bit time. So try to release your frustration when you're doing that. I think for a lot of guys, you're watching this video, you're impatient, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm just sensing some kind of impatience in here. You're that kind of person who would see something and you want it right away, right? And so with this energy, let me put it this way. Wait, sometimes waiting is not a bad thing. Waiting well, focusing on your productivity, focusing on yourself, focusing on the beautiful things you're appreciating and you're enjoying will give you the best result. And trust me, the good things are worth the wait. All right. Beautiful. Now, one card from our Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. What other advice is there for us? All right. Beautiful group number 2. Thank you, universe. Just one card for dear group number 2. All right. One card. Thank you. We got Omthad essentiality. Okay. Now, this card usually tells you to be very grounded with yourself. Actually, this card has a lot to do with Taurus energy. All right. Literally, there's a symbol of Taurus on the card, and the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. Venus is a planet ruling Taurus. So, what am I seeing here? My beautiful group number 2. There's going to be a very significant event happening next year around the end of spring and the beginning of summertime. So we're talking about end of April and May time, all right? Now, of course, if you're watching this video from the Southern Hemisphere, that's going to be the opposite season, right? Take whatever resonates. But May, I think there's going to be a time when you realize that something is really being crystallized and materialized for you. And it's very much could be talking about a relationship. I have to say, there's so much Venus energy actually happening in your card. Even the Strength card, to be honest, even though the Strength card is related to Leo, but you also know Leo has a lot to do with love. Love, open your heart, that kind of energy. I just feel that, doesn't matter whether you are partnered or you're single. I feel that there's still a lot of kind of like love or theme related to love, right? In the year of 2025 for you. So have a little bit faith in that. But also I'll have to tell you guys, and this is not going to be some kind of, I meet you, bang, we're together, right? I see you, bang, I know, and we're going to make it happen. This takes a little bit time for the, fruition, let's put it this way, right? So if this is about dealing with a company or dealing with a project, this also needs you to take your time, right, to manifest that part in your life anyway. All right, very good. Now, finally, we're going to pull some charm from our box, right? So we're just going to get a little bit extra message, right, for our group number 2. Not a lot, just a few charms, right? And hope the universe will give us the and some extra messages, right? Oh, something fell out. What is this? 4 of Swords. Okay, so 4 of Swords tells you to have a peace of mind, right? Try not to be all rattled up by what could be happening next year for you, right? Meditation, that could be very important. And I'm gonna take these. All right, so Ace of Wand, new inspiration. Also, on the card of Omphale, she's holding a wand. So there's definitely some kind of new passion, new ideas, right? New beginnings coming for you guys. Very good. We get the butterfly. All right. So which is actually the symbol of the symbol of transformation, right? Because butterfly is metamorphosis. Changes, new beginnings, definitely. What else? And we have got 2 of Pentacles, okay? The 2 of Pentacles tells you, again, this is not about rushing to the end, right? Rushing to the result. 2 of Pentacles needs you to balance yourself out. This kind of has a lot to do with have fun with your resources, right? This could be about you have a million different things to take care of. Love could be one of them. The project that you want to push forward could be one of them, but take your time, all right? And always remember to have fun. And the final charm we have is a little bit like a piece of bread, right? And we have got some cheese and maybe there's a strawberry, right? And some cream on top, right? It's a very kind of delicious energy. I like this. To me, this looks like kind of like a afternoon snack, right? I don't know. This could be also telling you that this year, there could be some great opportunities to, it's almost like a snack time, right? It's not going to be something that is very formal, but it's going to be something that is joyful and fun for you. I also feel that this energy tells me that to diversify your life because we're seeing a lot of different ingredients on this piece of charm, right? There's sweet, there's salty, there's green leaves, vegetables, and also cream. And so I think this card also tells you to look at all different sides of your life, right? Try not to focusing on only one thing and staring at it and waiting for it to happen. Diversify it, right? And finding your joy and happiness in from all different aspects in your life. And you will also be able to feel good about 2025. And this energy together with the 2 of Pentacles really gives me that kind of energy, right? Joy, fun, multiple things happening at the same time. All right. Very good. Now, finally, let's just have a final look. So you got 8, 4, 9, and 5. Okay, you got double 4 here. Okay, another thing that I want to say about this group is in case for this group, if some of you guys are not sleeping well, this is also telling you to really do something about your sleep. Maybe you need to take a melatonin, you need to take a magnesium, right, to help you sleep. Some of you guys are actually having so much in your mind that you've been losing sleep, right? I'm just gonna throw it out there for you guys. Double 4 here usually is talking about some kind of lack of sleep happening, all right? So take good care of yourself. Thank you so much, my beautiful group number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading session. Remember, if you like my reading, subscribe to my channel, love it, and share it with the people you care about, right? And I really look forward to seeing all of you guys very soon in the next video. Thank you so much, my beautiful group number 2, and I see you guys very soon in the next session. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Thank you so much for joining this reading session. You have chosen the third group. You can see there's a beautiful sword and surrounded, we can see some beautiful cherry blossom, or maybe it's peach blossom. Yeah, we don't know what that is, but it's very pinkish and very beautiful, and it reminds me of Japan. We're gonna do your 2025, the treasure that is waiting for your reading. All right. Thank you, universe. We're gonna pull one card to check your general energy, my beautiful number 3. All right. And the card you have got is Persephone. Now it's kind of interesting because this energy does, relate to the energy of cherry blossom, because cherry blossom happens usually around the end of March. Now, of course, these days, global warming, weird weather, sometimes it's early, sometimes late. I remember, when I was young, right, I spent many, many years living in Tokyo, and every year around springtime, and that's the cherry blossom season. And I remember I used to, ride my bicycles under this cherry tree area, and it was just so beautiful. So you've got Persephone, and this energy is about springtime because Persephone in ancient Greek mythology, she was a goddess of spring. And of course, later in the story, she was, kidnapped by the god of the underworld, Hades, and she was forced to become the queen of the underworld. Then she and Hades, together ruled the underworld together. When you pull the Persephone energy, this is really telling you that one of the treasures that you will have in 2025 is about going back to the basics and going back to the simplicity. What do you find joy in, my beautiful group number 3? What do you love about yourself? What things do you do not for the sake of money, not for the sake of fame, not for the sake of validation, but purely you do it because you love it and you love that part of yourself. And when you look into the mirror and you can fall in love with that part of yourself, right? So Persephone is really talking about that sense of refreshment that we experience about who we are instead of who other people want us to be. All right. Now, let's pull some extra card from the major arcana and let's see what could be blocking you and what could also be helping you. Oh, okay. One card flips out. You got the moon, which is the energy that could be blocking you. Okay. Now let's see what could be helping you during this period of time. Thank you, universe. One card for our group number 3. All right. What could be helping Persephone? All right. Thank you. And we got the justice. All right. Very good. So when we have the moon card there, in tarot, the moon usually represents illusion, fear, and not being able to see through a situation. Perhaps this is, showing you that what you are going to experience at the very beginning is that you're feeling a little bit lost, not really sure that how you can empower yourself to make certain decisions. But the answer is actually very simple. Because you got justice, this card actually helping you. What do you think the justice card means? Apart from, the so-called, okay, the universe will be fair to you and everything will be fair and impartial. To me, the most important thing about the justice is about your commitment, because this card literally is representing a contract, right? And so for a lot of people who are choosing group number 3, I think this card and the combination is really asking you, maybe you don't really need to have clarity first in order to be committed to something. Perhaps You just need to be committed to something first, and then the clarity will naturally come to you. Now, of course, that commitment has to be based on what you truly love, whether you're feeling you're being who you are. And this energy really reminds me of my own journey to become a reader. When I started this idea of being a reader over 10 years ago, I knew that was a Persephone in me. I knew that there was no guarantee about money, there was no guarantee about success and fame, but I knew that's something that I felt very drawn to do. And that's how I started. And that's really the simplicity and the purity behind my intention. But one of the important thing is if you need the universe to give you a guarantee first, then you will start that journey. Possibly, you will just keep delaying it. Now, the justice card really tells you that, first of all, you really have to make a decision in your mind. And perhaps you can give yourself a time frame. Let's say, I'm going to be committed to a thing or a relationship or a cause for maybe a year or 18 months, and I'm going to give everything I have into it, and let's see whether the clarity will come to me while I'm proceeding with this path. So I think this is really what the cards is saying to us. All right. Also, what I feel is that with Persephone energy, Persephone, she was abducted to the underworld with Pluto, and Pluto's realm or Hades realm is deep and dark, and that's kind of related to this moon energy, right? Sometimes the moon energy can be a little bit moist, can be very wet, and it can be very just a little bit too emotional. Okay, so one thing I realized also about this card is perhaps you need to use a little bit more rationality and logic to make your decisions, and then things will naturally progress, right, as you want. All right, very good. Now we're going to pull a little bit more cards, right, from the Star Code Oracle, and let's see what other things are coming to us. All right, now very good. We're going to pull, first of all, let's get one card for our beautiful group number 3. Thank you so much, universe, for Persephone people in their 2025. What is their treasure? Okay, you got this card called the South Node Past. Actually, group number 1 also put out this card. I also think that, to be honest, a lot of the group number 3, you need to let go a lot of the entanglement, to be honest. You can see actually on the card of Persephone, right? This card, you can see her image. She's being tangled by a lot of cobwebs, and she's also locked into the underworld. And now this symbolism really is talking about the past that are holding us back. The memories, right? The things that we are not being very clear cut with. For example, this could be about even though we have decided not to proceed a relationship, but maybe we're still texting and talking to our ex, right? That's entanglement. If we are, on a surface level, we have already decided to start a new career, but then, sometimes we're still holding on to the old job that we're doing because we might be a little bit fearful to walk into the future. So one thing about this group is you really need to know how to walk out of your past. Learn the lessons from your past, but don't stay with it. All right. Now, one more card from the Circle Oracle. Okay. All right. Thank you, universe. We're gonna pull one more card. Thank you so much. What are the advice for us? And we have got the 4th house, home. Okay. Now, the home energy is always talking about your roots, right? Now, for some of you guys, this could even be about where you're gonna live, right? The location, this literally could be about talking about, physically moving, right, from your past. Now, also the 4th house could rule your parents, right? Like when I say your ancestors, your root. So for some of you guys, this could even be about your relationship with your parents. Are you still living with your parents? Are you still being entangled by some unresolved issues related to your childhood or related to how you deal with your mother or your father? Things like that, right? Now, by the way, if you are someone watching this video, you are still living with your parents and you're still struggling with some kind of family dynamics, right? Things like that. This is a time for you to make that very clear decision and boundaries, I think. All right. Now, another thing that I realized that is very interesting is that the South Node, the past card, has number 33, which goes up to 6. And the 4th house home is number 42, which also goes up to 6. Now, you got double 6 in here. In tarot reading, double 6 means irritability, but also see this as an energy of balance because 6 is always talking about home, beauty, balance, right? It's a little bit like that kind of finding the middle point energy. So I do feel that for this group, when you're dealing with leaving the old entanglement, it could be a little bit like, not a very comfortable a thing to do because we're all very attached to our past and we're all very attached to our comfort zone. But it doesn't mean that you can't do it. Take a little bit of time and you will find the middle way, right? Find the balance to how to move into the future will not completely, right, and disrupt the peace of your life. All right, very good. Now we're going to pull one card from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. Let's see what other advices are there for our beautiful group number 3. All right. Thank you very much, universe. We just need one card from the deck, and we're going to see what's the advice, right? And the ultimate help that we can give to our group number 3. And what is your treasure? All right. Thank you, universe. Just one card. All right. All right, so we got that. Let's focus. Absolutely. Yeah. So for this group, I really feel that, even though we might have a little bit confusion here and there, we might have not been able to really organize everything precisely. But I do think that for this group, focusing on something that is really productive to you, right? Or at least that's your goal. That's something you want to put your effort into. Within this energy, I'm seeing a lot of people actually you carry a lot of Pisces energy in you. Now, of course, this could be about your sun sign or moon sign in Pisces, or this could be about maybe you were born in the year maybe 1998, 1997, or maybe 1979, 1978, something like that. But there's some kind of Pisces energy there, right? So Pisces also representing, it could be representing your strong spiritual beliefs and spirituality, but sometimes in a negative part, this Pisces energy could be talking about confusion, or maybe even sometimes fear, right? That we carry towards new challenges. Now, the best way for you to discover your treasure in 2025 is to have your priority. What you deem as important, focus on that. You don't have to spread yourself too thin and do a million different things and hope that everything will just go well. Focus on the most important thing, and you will slowly see progress there. Deathless, this card have a lot to do with Virgo energy, all right? So Virgo is about precision, organization. It's about cleaning, all right? So for example, if this is about your home environment, my beautiful group number 3, like we said about home, right? This could literally be telling you to clean your house, right? Clean your bathroom, make sure everything's organized. You put the right thing in the right drawer and throw out the trash, all right? Or the things you have never touched for like 3 years, 4 years, old clothes, probably you need to get rid of them, right? To create some sacred space and a refreshed energy into your home. Very good. Now, finally, we are putting some charm from the box, okay? So let's see what's the energy for our group number 3. So we're just gonna randomly pull a few. We don't wanna put too much, okay? Just a little bit, okay? Universe, just a little bit more messages for our beautiful group number 3, okay? Oh, wow, that's actually a lot. I didn't really want to pull a lot, but we put a lot. Okay, so we got, okay, this is fried rice, okay? Now, whenever I'm looking at this chart, there's a charm, I think of China or Chinese food, all right? Now, this is something just to refresh you, okay? Maybe there's something related to Chinese culture, Chinese food, right? That you need to pay attention to, Chinese friends, right? Things like that. Then we also got Yakuruto. Now, this charm is related to digestion, right? So, of course, this could be talking about literally, right, how you digest food, but it also telling you how to learn, digesting your experience, right? Your negative emotion, your fear, right? Whatever that you feel you're tangled by your past, this is really telling you to stay away from that and how to digest them and transform them into your strengths. Okay, we got a lot of tarot cards coming out. Of course, I'm seeing your anxiety, my group number, my group number 3, right? This is what I mean by leaving your past behind, right? You got 9 of Swords. We got 6 of Swords and 8 of Cups. Okay, so these 2 cards are about transition. Okay, moving from one stage of your life, transitioning to a different one. Literally, this could be talking about your moving house, to be honest. All right, let's see what else is there. Okay, I'm seeing the King of Pentacles, focusing on the practical side of life. Okay, my beautiful group number 3, earning money, practical work, right? What are you doing on a daily basis? Stop daydreaming. Page of Swords, and we also have got the 5 of Swords. Okay, now this energy tells you try to avoid verbal conflict, okay, with the people around you. Sometimes this is saying that you can move forward, You can move into your future, but you don't need to create a verbal argument with someone. Sometimes it's about drawing the boundaries. It's about I will do this, I will not do that, and let's not argue, right? I'm not having this conversation with you because I want to argue with you. I'm just telling you I'm not doing that because that's bad for me. And that drains my energy. And this is what I will do. This is what I won't do. So you take it or leave it. It's a little bit like that kind of energy, right? So try not to focus on the verbal, why do this, why do that, back and forth, because it's not really helping you. Then we got Seven of Pentacles and we got the Devil card. Now, this is really telling you that you gotta be very, very careful with sort of like waiting for too long or just kind of like waiting for things somehow, hoping that it will change by itself. Now, with that Persephone energy and also the justice, I can tell you very, very clearly, my beautiful group number 3, whatever things that you want to change, you need to be the one taking the action and taking the initiative to make a decision about. This is not about somehow I just wait, I just kind of like, do nothing and hopefully it will just naturally, the problem will disappear and things will just work out for me. Because the justice card as the energy that is helping you literally saying that there are going to be certain decisions you have to make. And when you make that decision and when you are committed to that decision, things will change for the better, right? The positive energy will just naturally flow into your life. And you realize that, wow, I'm so happy that I was very proactive in making that decision for my life. All right. Very beautiful. All right. Thank you so much, my beautiful group number 3. Let me just have a final look here. So got 6, 8, 9, and 5, and got 6. Okay. Look, group number 3. You got another double 6 in here. Earlier you already had double 6. Now you got double 6 again from the terms, actually. So you got 6 of swords and you also got the devil. The devil is also number 15. So that equals to 6. Again, like what I said, I don't know if you're seeing a lot of 6 these days or very soon. Always remember that 6 represents a lot of energy towards home, families, parents, harmony. Sometimes 6 is also to do with love, right? Relationships. I do feel that when it comes to this group, perhaps there's going to be some boundaries to be set when it comes to dealing with people, right? Even if it's not about your families, this could be about friends, this could be about a relationship partner, things like that. So just be very clear and also know your boundaries, know what you do and what you don't do, and be very clear about that. And just be loyal towards your soul. Whenever I'm seeing Persephone energy, I relate this card to our soul deeply, what we would truly desire, what we truly feel happy about, if you know what I mean, right? All right. Thank you so much, my beautiful group number 3. If you enjoyed the reading, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like it, and share it with the people you care about. Always remember to circulate our love. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys very soon in the next reading session. Have a wonderful week. See you later.